Trump than me. I don't need to be lectured on who Donald Trump is. Just the fact that I met him in person.
Today, Bill Maher shreds Piers Morgan's arguments about censorship, and it gets heated.
But, you know, to use the Hitler thing, first of all, I just think it's kind of insulting to 6 million dead Jews, you know, like that should kind of be in its own place in history. And, you know, I know people can say, well, we're just comparing it in this way. Well, it's an argument you kind of lost just to start it. It's just, look, maybe it's not completely logically fair, but Hitler has really kind of got to stay in his own place. He is the goat of evil, and we're just going to have to, I think, leave it like that. So, you know, did I think that was appropriate? No, but people have the right to.
Did you know he was going to do it?
Maher isn't letting him off easy.
Oh.
You know, my publicist said, this is going on today and you should know it. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, I mean.
Have you had any contact with him since?
No. And that's okay. Look, my whole reason to go to the White House, you know, I said it right at the beginning of the speech I made about it, was, you know, talking to Kid Rock right here, and we were just like, there's got to be a better way than just hurling insults from 3,000 miles away.
And just when you think Piers might push back, Maher goes in even harder.
But what I know nothing will come from is pretending to ignore the person who has all the power. Democrats have no power. So to think that your method of running out of the room screaming, I'm not talking to you, maybe my thing has a 1% chance of succeeding. Yours definitely has 0.
Not 0.
Piers tries to shift gears, but Maher keeps the pressure on.
It's like you, the moment I saw Hitler, okay, I get it. It's that very tired old trope. In fact, on your show once with Jim Jeffries, he told me to fuck off on your show when I said Trump is not Hitler. He hasn't been responsible for the death of 12 million people, including 6 million Jews in the Holocaust. And ever since then, I've just thought every time I see it, this is a ridiculous analogy.
Bill Maher isn't just debating, he's exposing the logical trap.
He's been conspicuous by his silence since October the 7th, for example, not said a word. You've been conspicuous by the support you've given Jewish people on your show.
And the state of Israel.
Yeah.
And also tearing a new asshole to the, what do they call them? I used to call them that, useful idiots who take up the cause of some of them.
At this point, and even the audience knows who's winning.
Hamas, you know, where they are now, you know, finally we see these protests from the from the people in Gaza against Hamas, because of course when the useful idiots talk about oppressors, who's really the oppressor of the people of Hamas? It's Hamas. That's who puts their own people purposely in harm's way. I mean, that's their whole strategy, is like, well, we can't win this war militarily. The way we can win this war is get enough of our own people killed on purpose so that world opinion, the useful idiots, will fall for that and blame Israel.
That is the whole strategy.
That is the strategy. And some people are clear-eyed about that, and many people are not.
Do you think if you're going to write op-ed pieces for the New York Times attacking you for effectively sitting for dinner with...
Maher makes it crystal clear. Free speech is either for everyone or it's for no one.
The area we've just discussed about Israel and the Jewish people, rather than have a deafening silence about that. I mean, people are accusing him of moral cowardice and hypocrisy.
Well, I mean...
Play the Hitler card, but won't actually talk about the ones who are probably the most similar to the thinking of Hitler, which is Hamas, who want to kill all the Jews. I mean, you get my point.
That is an interesting irony. Yes. I mean, look, I don't want to make this constantly personal with me and Larry. I mean, we might be friends again. I don't know. You know, I can be. I mean, I can take a shot, and I also can absolutely take it when people disagree with me. You know, that's not exactly the way I would have done it, but, you know, again, let's go, the irony, let's go back to what my original thing was. There's got to be a better way than hurling insults.
Maher makes it crystal clear. Free speech is either for everyone or it's for no one.
Too. You know, I could talk to anybody. I do it right here. I will talk to
If he was sitting here,
almost anybody.
If he was sitting here now, what would you say to him?
I'd say Piers Morgan kept trying to ask about you, and it got over the top. So I said, you know, so yeah, that's it.
Who wouldn't you want to have sitting here?
Oh, there are people who are just, you know, pointless, to the Klansmen or, you know, neo-Nazis or things like that, that, you know, plainly are beyond the pale. There's no argument.
The Kardashian?
They've been here. Chris has been here. You know, it's a case-by-case basis, but, you know, basically, you know, there are one of the problems with the far left is that their ideas.
Who do you think won this debate? Comment below. Smash that like button if you believe in real free speech, and subscribe for more debates broken down.